It's a it's a healthy buzz. It's fuerte. That means strong in multiple languages, actually.
Oh
I
yeah.
think Italiano and Espanol.
Fuego?
Fuerte.
Oh, fuerte.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have my head.
Gotta get suited up. I need to lean back. I'm like forward and I'm enormous compared to you.
I don't.
Like Andre the Giant.
Stop. Talking about my friend I got.
Okay. What's up?
Look at the shadow that's being cast on these eyes.
Oh,
This is just the beginning part of our show where we're just like fucking hypercritical of ourselves and we need to knock it off.
yeah.
It's a little funny, but
I look really shiny.
want me to turn down the lights?
No, it's fine.
I think you look beautiful.
I think shine is like your natural oils coming
Also,
out.
I agree.
I've been running around like crazy today, so I've got some oils flowing.
You have had a very, very busy day.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like to have like a busy portion of the day and then
Mhm.
the rest be not. This is like all day,
Yeah.
all dayer.
You've been running
It's
and
gonna
gunning.
take me so long to fall asleep tonight. This is what happens when I
Your
get,
adrenaline's going.
yeah, when I have a day like this. When, well, I mean, it's just a typical day for you, but for me,
So it keeps me out of trouble, miss.
I just like when it's finally time to stop, I'm like still in the mode.
Right.
So then I'm like, what am I
Like
gonna do now?
in fight or flight.
I'm just gonna watch the tube for like a long time.
Yeah. What shows are you watching right now?
Um, we're watching what just happened? What? Oh my God, did you bust your lip?
Got Red Bull in my eye.
Oh, criminy. Don't do that. Not
Maybe.
those eyes, they're fresh out of surgery.
Then it made me laugh when it got Red Bull in my eye.
You just went under the knife.
A little bit ago. Keep going. Okay, shows.
I'm watching, just started Poker Face, which I was telling you about earlier. I love that show. It's so good, so clever. Each new episode is a new little mystery she solves. So the premise is the girl can tell when people are lying.
Ooh, I like that.
Don't know why, don't know where she got this gift from,
Mhm.
but she can tell. Someone will say something and she goes, bullshit. Like, no matter what it is, she can tell.
Ooh.
So then she always gets herself in these situations where she ends up having like, and she can't just let stuff go.
Mhm.
She has to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
And I just love that girl. What's her name? Natasha Leone.
Mm-hmm.
God, she's funny.
Yeah, she's very, very
She's
funny.
so funny. And the guest stars that they have every single episode are like A-list, like top tier.
Love it. So does she, because she's, I mean, she's a like a real famous actress, but I feel like she's one of those that like produces more than she acts.
Well,
Is that
the
right?
last episode that I watched, she directed it and wrote it and starred in it. I mean, this is a talented lady.
Yeah.
So it's just so smart. The writing in it is so smart, so clever. I was on a Desperate Housewives streak that I
Right.
was really excited about because there's like 8 seasons. I could just watch.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, and I didn't know they did this because in real time I wasn't privy to this. The end of one season, come the next season, they're like 5 years later. No, no,
Oh,
no, you can't do that to me. I'm
yeah,
like
agree.
invested in the lives. The
Yeah.
twins are like 8. Like I now that
Oh, that's weird.
fast forward 5 years, relationships that were going fine are divorced now. Like it was too much. It was jarring. And now Adam's like, I'm gonna watch DH. I'm like, can't. They ruined it for me.
I love how Adam wants to watch
Oh, he
it.
likes DH. It's funny.
And you guys call it DH.
But like it just ruined it for me. There was too much change and it was just I don't know why they did it, but 5 years
Mm-hmm.
is a big jump.
And that's in between each episode, or excuse me, every season.
Well, so the first, I think they did it on the fourth or fifth season. The first four were all close in
Okay.
time. Like no time had passed.
Mhm.
It was just living, like regular time.
Yeah.
And just 5 years later, like, no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I used to follow their daily activities on every season, and now you're just gonna fast forward 5 years. Like I don't need to know what the fuck happened.
Right. That's a long time.
It was upsetting. It really grinded my gears.
Grind my
It
gears.
really grind my gears.
Did you ever watch The OC?
Is that the one with California,
Is that
here we
yeah, that's that
come.
one. Yeah.
Did you know who's in that band?
Who?
Jason Schwartzman, the actor. He's in that band that sings that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I loved the OC.
I watched some, but then you know how I struggle with reality TV.
Mhm.
I'm missing the
But
gene.
that one wasn't reality TV.
It
That
wasn't?
uh-uh.
Oh, I'm thinking of the God damn it.
Which one?
The one with Lauren Conrad and
Oh,
Kristen
the
Cavallari. What was
Hills.
that?
That was the
Okay, so
Hills and Laguna Beach.
OC was with Misha Barton.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I did watch that one.
Well, they were all just so troubled, such troubled youth.
I know so much to worry about. Like, what do
Just
you even have
rich,
to worry?
rich kids in
Yeah,
California.
it's their cross to bear,
Oh
you
my
know.
God,
The
so
day to day is so hard.
um, if you ask me what I'm watching,
Okay, what are you watching? Sports,
absolutely nothing. Just the
the Lake
playoffs,
House,
Diamondbacks.
Summer House.
I have not caught up on Summer House in probably 2 weeks.
Did you watch Southern Charm?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Love that one.
Should I jump in and try and watch some of these so we could talk about them?
Yes. I would love to know what you thought about Southern Charm and like the um is it Georgia that they're in or Alabama?
I think they're in
Oh,
Georgia.
no. They're in the Carolinas.
I'm like sounding
Charles
off. I have no fucking clue. I'm
Charleston.
like, they're actually here. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm like, I love that show so much. Where are they at? Minneapolis?
They're in the US,
No, they're
in the South.
they're in Charleston, North Carolina. But there's like good
Go
old
there.
there's me too. I just want to run into some of them. There's like good old boys and good old politics and the original one's got a little
Are there any vampires or anything?
no.
Mhm.
But one lady, one of the moms she's a main character and everybody loves her and she's so loaded. She's been married like 3 different times.
Is she a Black Widow?
What does that mean? Does she
When they
kill
kill
him?
the husband.
No, I don't think she killed. Like she
I'm
has a
really looking for some ground here that's gonna
I
like
know.
is there murder? Is there a
She
vampire?
drinks dirty martinis every single day.
Okay.
Let's look at people like that have gone their whole life drinking dirty martinis.
Mm-hmm.
Tad bit jealous, not gonna lie, but also like, how are you so well preserved? How can you drink like that and not be?
Maybe they like pickle their body from the insides out.
That's what they say about heroin users.
Really?
Mhm. Or one heroin addict. She and granted I've never used heroin, so I truly don't have any ground to stand on. But a woman that I went to treatment with, she told me that heroin was actually good for you because it preserved you, like made you look youthful.
Like formaldehyde?
And I was like, I don't agree with that. You're
Like, there's no way that's correct.
you I don't think that that's accurate. But
That's not.
maybe we'll do research.
Well, I think that going back to your point about the dirty martinis,
Mhm.
a dirty martini is a gateway drug. I'm sorry. Like,
So good.
intense.
Yeah.
You can't mess around.
No. Like if and heaven forbid somebody have more than one, including me, who is like a seasoned pro.
Yeah.
If I would have more than one of those,
Mhm.
it was blackout city.
Yeah, M loves a dirty martini, and so does my mom.
Mm.
Cap is one. Like, my mom is such a lightweight, she'll get halfway through a dirty martini and it's no more.
Toast
No
McGee.
more. Yep.
Well,
No more.
martinis are a 5 pour, a 5 count instead of a 3 count. So there's
Is that the shot number? Okay.
Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
like a literal second count.
Yeah.
So you know all this lingo
So you get
from in the biz.
jacked. You
Yeah.
get jacked up on those.
And then is a vermouth booze?
Yes, but you only use like the tiniest little bit.
Like a splash.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of olive juice.
I think personally they taste like sweat.
But you're like with olives and with cilantro, you're the of the commodity that tastes like soap.
Yeah.
So maybe olives is the same thing. I think they are
It's
so
like
good.
licking your like sweaty arm. And my mom's always like, I want it extra dirty. Bring me an extra shot of the olive juice. I'm like, oh
So do you like pickle juice?
no.
Oh, I love pickle juice. I used to chase shots of tequila with pickle juice
Why?
because it's awesome.
Okay.
And it just took the hit
See,
off
you
it a
have
little
some
bit.
adventurous taste buds
Mhm.
sometimes.
Yeah. Its texture is what gets me. It's not the taste. Like I can pretty much down anything
Yeah.
like a champ, but it's the texture that jacks me with my adventure side.
I don't hear you in my ear.
You don't?
No. Say something now.
Break a breaker one
There you
time.
are.
I do think I'm coming through, but I know
Okay,
what you're
now I
saying.
can hear you.
Okay.
I just didn't
Thanks.
want to get too deep in,
Yeah, good call.
you know?
It comes and goes. Maybe if I go on this side of the microphone or this side of the microphone.
No, whatever you just did fixed it.
I think I just talked closer to the microphone. Anyways,
So you're not watching anything. This is one thing I that Gretchen does that I like don't understand how you do this. She'll just like go to bed with no television. She took the television out of her room to bring to here. Now, let me just tell you about the importance of television in my room. Like, I'm actively like campaigning with Adam to get 100 inch put in
oh,
the
and the
bedroom.
TV that you have right now is
It's an 80
cute.
some, not big enough for me. I love watching TV in bed.
Yeah, you do. It's cozy for you.
It's my safe
It gets me
spot.
too alert. Like when I'm in my bed,
Maybe
I
that's
need to
why I
be
don't sleep though. I mean, it's
maybe,
probably a big problem, but I can't. I
but it's part of
can't.
your wind down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
wind down is like reading, and I'm reading the second
I
quart
don't
of.
like to read.
It's so surprising to me.
I only like to read school books. And Harry Potter, I finished that, so
I've never read the Potters.
God, I envy you.
I'm on the second book of the Court of Thrones, or whatever those are called, and I
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoy
I
them.
like to try and make her tell me about what happens in the fairy smut books.
And I think they get a bad rap because I'm not gonna defend them because they're like, oh, those fairy pornos, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, they're not fairy pornos. They just talk about
Sensual.
it's
They're in love.
but it's not the whole time. It's not like porns where they like get not that I've watched a whole heap of that,
Okay.
but I've seen a
Wow.
couple where
Wow.
they like leave the room and then they see another Johnny down at the
Yeah.
grocery store and they're like, oh wow, let's do it
It's
again.
not the main focus.
It's not the main focus.
What's the main focus?
Saving their specific territories, like protecting and
Okay.
saving their certain
So
territories.
it's a political.
Could be a little political. I fight for the fairies.
Yeah.
Like screw the humans
Oh, it's human v fairy.
and fairy v fairy.
Okay. So there's different sects of
Yes.
fairies.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a good fairy and an evil fairy, or are they just different?
Good question. There's some of the good fairies have to be bad to protect themselves.
Right.
So each one of
Victim of
them has,
circumstance.
this may go segue beautifully into our duality talk today.
Oh,
That's on this.
great. I love that. Okay.
So like even though they're good within their family and they work so hard and they protect their family members, there's elements that, they're killing other fairies and they're protecting what's theirs. And now then there's the humans that this one sect of bad people want to go take over this humans like invade the human-y people. So it's a gas.
Is
And
it kind of like Lord of the Rings?
but less. You know what? When the movies come out, there will be Preciouses, like the Precious guy that
Yeah.
I can't deal. I can't do Lord of the Rings.
Gollum?
Oh, but isn't Gollum like
Gosh.
the nice, like the good looking one? And then there was the same guy turns.
Smeagol?
Yes.
Yeah. Talk about duality.
Talk about duality. I mean, in the
Little
morning,
Schmeag.
they. I just listened to this one real audio that talks about I love a girl who can look slay and then look homeless.
Yeah.
All in the same.
There's no in between.
Right? Like I could do that. But so I can't watch Lord of the Rings because the goblins are too scary for me. I can't watch what was the
The
other
orcs.
the gremlins, that little we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I can't do the gremlins. They freak me out too much when they turn bad.
Yeah. The nasty little one. Have you seen the shirt I have with the
Oh,
lady gremlin on the back with the lipstick?
I think so because that's what probably made me think
Man,
about
I'm a
it.
big fan of their characters, like a flashing one.
Yeah.
Who comes in his little coat. He's like,
Oh, yes.
the bar
Oh
scene.
my God, yes. But those so the
Seems like monster stuff. You don't like creature horror.
mm-mm. Or
Okay.
like bald. Like the thing I don't like about the Lord of the Ring guy is that because he's kind of balding and he's just very creepy. But I love the court. I don't know. I'll probably take a little break instead of sliding into the third book.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I stay up too late reading it.
How late do you stay up?
Last night I stayed up till 11:30 reading it.
Did you go to sleep after that or did
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about the reason why I haven't been sleeping.
The sheets?
The sheets. Okay. Steve and I just had our how many years have we been married?
I don't know.
2013 minus so like 12 years. 2025.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right. 12-year anniversary.
yeah.
And I Googled it, and for the wedding gift, and this was in March, so it hasn't been too recent. But for the present that you're supposed to give your spouse, it was silk and satin.
I missed that, man.
I don't one lucky day, I just Googled it.
Silk and satin.
Silk and satin. And so Steve's been really wanting to get satin sheets. Half kind of funny, but half like he really wants to enjoy that sensation on his skin.
It's soft, slick,
Slick. And most of all, the biggest reason is because it's cool.
cool.
They're cool.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay, so I finally bit the bullet, bought these sheets, put them on our bed, and I hate them.
Like using the word hate here.
I hate them. It's not even something I can tolerate. It's so slippery, and it's so you can't get one bit of traction. Your face, the pillow doesn't even go underneath your head. It just slips right out from underneath your head. It's just horrendous. Steve loves them. Loves them.
This is quite an issue.
Yeah. Why did we talk about this?
Well, I don't know, but I think that you had a plan, you have a good idea with the sewing
Oh,
of the
yes.
two types of sheets together
Mm-hmm.
to make a hybrid, if you will.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing now is just changing I have my normal pillowcases, and I just am tolerating the slip. The other thing that really grinds my gears is there's no like when you're making a bed, I like a tight bed. I like
Yeah.
it to look real crisp and real nice.
Yeah.
There's no traction with this. So you barely tug on the sheets and it's sliding all the way off the bed. It's
No.
horrendous.
That's a no.
It's like a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Just in and of that. And then heaven forbid the pillow's staying upright so you can karate chop them.
I wish you could just satisfy his need for the silk and sateen with like a garment he could put on his body, but there's the other issue.
There is the other
Not to
issue.
get too personal. But so I suggested that Gretchen get a personal like body pod sack to put her
Mhm.
little body in that I got for the kids. They like them.
Maybe I'll get Steve a personal body pod
Yeah, a satin one.
because I can't be restricted.
No, you could commission a silk body pod
Yeah.
for Steven.
Or this is what will probably happen. We'll trade off my sheets, his sheet, my sheet, his sheets, and then he can just keep the satin pillowcases till the cows come home.
Yeah, he can. I mean, that's a no brainer. He can have that all day.
Yeah.
That's an individual item.
Yeah. Sound off in the comments. Would you like cotton traction sheets or the silky sateen?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I tried a satin pillowcase once and it wasn't for me.
No.
Peyton loves hers.
Sawyer keeps asking, Mom, can I have those? Mom, can I have the
Yeah,
satin pillowcase?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a personal pref.
It is. And it's not for me.
Wait, so what did you get then?
I don't know. I think a book. I think he gave me the book.
But that's not satin.
I know he didn't get the memo.
Okay.
It's okay. I did. And you know what? Steve is the best gift giver ever. And so the times that my gifts are actually mine, like real thoughtful and like decent, I'm like, oh, phew. Because every other time Steve annihilates me with his gifts. Like they're so much better than
I
mine.
really don't like gifts.
Yeah, you guys aren't gift
It's
givers.
not a gift. The stakes are so high. They especially the surprise thing. I don't want to be as surprised. I
Yeah.
don't want any of that ever. If you
That's
would
so
like to get me
surprising to me.
something, say, go get it, and I will.
Do you know, so there's been times where I'm trying to surprise you with something, and so I'll have to go and like whisper to Adam, or I'll whisper
Oh,
to
he won't have any clue.
and I'll whisper, or like at Junk in the Trunk, I was talking to Emily, And if you cue in for a moment that the conversation has anything to do with you, you panic. You're like, what are you talking about? What are you? And I'm like, I'm trying to do something
What
nice
were
for
you
you.
saying? What were you talking to Emily about?
Well, just getting you when you guys went around, I was like, key in to what she wants, and then I'll come around
Oh,
back and buy it. And then
mhm.
another one was with Adam, and you were like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm just trying to surprise you with something. It's so funny. You do not like surprises.
No, but your surprises usually go pretty well. You're good at that.
I try with these.
I know.
I held
Keeping
that a secret.
Jeweled, she discoed our mics and they look phenomenal. And I don't know if for those of you watching, we Gretchen extended the disco down the wall as to not have a gap, and it looks amazing.
Oh my God, it looks so much better.
Yeah,
My
it's
my
great.
OCD is at bay right now.
I offered to help, but then thought probably not a good idea because I am the worst discoer
You are
of all
not. You
time.
got it done.
I have to post a picture of that one section I did and how freaking wonky it is. God bless her. She like did all this work and I'm like, I'm gonna help. And so I do one bar and it looks like shit.
It does not. We'll take a picture and you guys
Well,
be the judge.
they're gonna say it's crooked.
Let's talk about real fast, just the pop culture side of things. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Bill Belichick and
Mm.
Kylie and um Timothée making their red carpet debut.
Oh, Bill.
Let's talk about Bill. Steve
Bill,
has this
Bill, Bill.
sweet sweatshirt that we
Is
call
it a cutoff?
the Bill. Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
Belichick.
called the Bill Belichick or the Belichick because it has like this deep,
Deep.
ripped neck. And I actually had to sew it because it got so deep that it
Yeah.
was showing a little too much.
It showing too much. It's modesty. Well, Bill and Jordan,
Mhm.
his fiance,
Yeah.
did an interview. I don't know with who, but it was really weird. Like she represents him in
Yeah, she's like his PR person,
some way.
which I
And
find
she's
so
like
funny.
12. And
Right. And out of nowhere, she comes into the
oh yeah, she's like, he's not gonna answer that. And they're like, what is happening here? I think she's really got him by the nuts.
he backs her up to saying she was just doing her job. It's just maybe a weird duality
Yeah.
between a girlfriend and representation.
Do you think he put the moves on her? I think no way. I think she saw him as a nice little meaty target
Yeah, I would agree with that.
because they met on a flight.
Yeah, he's pretty nonchalant.
When have you ever like wanted to chat up like an old white man next to you?
Well, if I knew it was Bill Belichick,
I guess she saw the dollar signs.
yeah, I would just want to hear his stories. I bet he has good stories.
Yeah. Like about the cheating and everything.
The cheating or just about Tom
Deflategate.
Brady. Like he
Yeah.
was the coach of like Randy Moss. Like
Yeah.
he coached big name
Did
people.
you hear Tom Brady said that he regrets doing the roast
Oh,
big
really?
time? He thinks it was a huge mistake because his
Oh.
kids were like really upset by all the jokes and stuff people were saying about him and Giselle and the divorce.
Mm.
And he was like, why did I do this? This was bad. It was a bad idea.
It was funny though.
Oh God, yeah.
It was so
It
funny.
was really funny.
Even I know that ain't real money.
Even I know Gronk. You gotta love Gronk. Oh, Gronk's actually smart
Totally. I think that's why he can take all the hate because he's like, I'm
because he
actually,
knows deep down.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, but I don't like this. I don't ship for these two at all. I
Mhm.
don't like it. I don't like a huge age gap. And I'm sorry. And I know I'm progressive and I'm a very progressive person
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Not that way.
Yeah.
It's weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Is she like, it's giving elderly abuse a little
A
bit?
little bit, yeah. Weirdly enough, I completely agree with you.
Like he's not
I mean, it's not weird that I agree with you, but like,
I don't think they're equal
great,
partners.
yeah. Good take.
And she's just so damn pushy.
Right. And here's the like, or is the media just making her out to be the villain to get pub?
Probably, but like I don't
They're
feel
saying
sorry for her.
they're saying that the university, and this is I read farther into the article, and they're saying that the University of North Carolina.
Oh yeah, because
Why am I having such a hard time with North Carolina today?
he coaches at UNC.
Yes. they said that she couldn't come to the school, she couldn't come on the field, and then later on the team was like, no, she's always welcome here. That's not
Why
the
would
case.
they say that?
Maybe where there's smoke, there's fire. There was disgruntledness or something.
I just like, okay, if you're managing his affairs,
Mm-hmm.
don't let him go on TV with a hold up shirt. How about that?
Yeah. And I've missed this part. What is this all about? The holy shirt.
Well, he likes to wear
Mm-hmm.
the cutoffs and the whatever,
Mm-hmm.
which is really funny to me. The whole cutoff sweatshirt thing and his mangled clothes, all like it's
Mm-hmm.
funny. But he's sitting
Comfort.
down for an interview, on the football field, and he's like got a visible hole in in his shirt, like
Well,
looking
oh, but
like
he's on the football field.
no, he's doing the interview.
Mm. But was he like just came from work?
I don't care.
Oh.
You're my handler. You give me a shirt.
Oh, I get on her part. For him, I was thinking, well, he just got done with flirting.
Oh, he's an old man. Like he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
give a rip.
Right.
It's just weird. Like, no, I don't even guys that don't care that much about what they wear. No,
Right.
you look like you were attacked.
Yeah. And I think for her too, she's giving very much like, I'm trying too hard to be this certain type of person. You
And
just,
be like grown up and assertive.
right.
It's like, okay,
Yes.
whatever.
Totally. Just take a little breath,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Come out, give you a session.
Yeah.
DM her.
Yeah.
I'll DM her and see if
Oh
she
my
wants a
God,
session.
DM her.
I wonder if her.
We should have a segment where we DM random stars.
Oh, I would do that in a
and see if
heartbeat.
any of them ever respond.
Heartbeat. I
Okay,
would
who
do
should we
that.
start with?
Well, Jordan and Bill.
Okay, we'll start with Jordan and Bill. And then I would love to send one to like maybe Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
I have a thing to say about Khloe. And I love Khloe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Love her too.
I don't like the bob on her.
Oh, really?
No. I've been trying,
Mm-hmm.
but every clip I see of the podcasts and stuff, I'm just like, mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I don't like it.
She's coming like clean with lots of stuff with Lamar.
Oh God, I gotta catch up.
Oh,
She is a saint.
she's a saint and he was a nightmare.
Yeah, and she stood by his side and like wiped his ass and like she is a really good woman. I just really am I grew really fond and attached to her like mid-length
Yeah.
with the real pretty dimensional blonde and brunette on her.
Mhm.
I just loved it.
Yeah.
And now like the one color bob, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
I bet it's a wig.
you think?
Probably. I don't know.
It could be.
All of them wear wigs.
Can we talk about what you're gonna do with your hair next? Because
Yeah.
I changed mine yesterday.
Yeah.
Poor JoJo.
Looks so
Oh
good.
God,
Shout
I
out
walked
to JoJo.
shout out to JoJo at Tangles. I walk in there and I'm booked for a good old, root touch up and a move up with my extensions, which is like a relatively short appointment. She walks around the corner with her new blonde locks, and I go, I want that. I want that. And she's like, boo, you're booked for a root touch up. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need a full head of foils and you have like enough hair for 5 people. What?
Right.
But you know what she did?
She did it.
She made it happen.
Yep.
Like she always does.
She's a doll.
I love her. And I got to see Adam's mom came in and got a haircut and her color done.
Aw.
And she looks so cute. It turned out so good.
Oh,
And
I love that.
just like going there.
You
It's
know what
just
you just
fun.
made me think of? You know that part in Miss Doubtfire when he needs to be turned into a different character and be
Yes.
in disguise? And he's like,
Yes.
oh, I don't think I have the strength for that. He's like, but I got some plaster. And then they start going into the other thing.
Yeah, she goes, I tell her I want to be blonde. She's like, and then you can see her. She goes, I'm having a hot flash. I literally like sent her body into some sort of shock response.
I love it.
But she did it.
That's amazing.
One sesh went from like a medium brunette to a blonde. And then we put in my old extensions that were lighter and a little shorter for summer so I can wreck
Does
these
she
at the
hold them
pool.
for you?
She keeps them for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
She keeps them safe in the back.
Guess where mine are?
Where? In the car, in the glove box. Yes, I did know that.
In the console.
In the console.
I just was shoving a charger in there the other day and I'm like, oh crap, I'm busting up my extensions.
She's like digging for something and she'll like just set them in my lap like this hairball.
Pull out a meat stick and an extension.
Ooh, a meat stick sounds good.
I've
I
got
had a
some
good
like that.
lunch.
I've
But
got some like that.
I'm starting to feel a little hungry again.
Let's eat.
Maybe we need a little treat. a bit.
Enjoy one of my orange slices if you'd like,
These two little
or a
banana.
banana.
I don't remember what we were talking.
Oh,
Oh,
my
Bill
hair.
and your hair.
I'm just thinking of going two-tone. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I really like that plan,
I do too.
but Tatum's not
Tatum,
sure.
I think my sweet Tatum is on the fence. I think partly because she thinks that
Well, the stakes are high,
the stakes are high. She probably thinks that I won't like it.
and if you don't going that dark
Mm,
to lift back to blonde,
right. Yeah. So she's like, I sent Tatum the text message of the picture, and I'm like, thoughts. And she's like, we could do that or just go really blonde. Like, okay, Tatum. We'll see
can you show the viewers the photo, the inspo pic? Maybe they
Yes.
can sound off in the comments. I think it would look really cute on little Gretty Boo here. It's a different. It's got the dark on the top with the cute blonde. I love it. I think it could be a moment. You might get sick of it, but then,
And
whatever.
and Tatum was even like bangs or no bangs. And I'm like, I can do either one, but I think it's super cute too. But
I've never seen you with bangs.
I'll show you a pic.
I would be really interested with you with bangs.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But besides the fact when I was growing out my bangs when I was a little girl and I had a perm at the same time, so I looked like a little poodle.
We need photos of that.
I think I have one somewhere.
What were you wearing?
Probably a large t-shirt.
Probably something extra large on my tiny frame.
Okay, so then let's go back to, so we think Bill and Jordan are nuts. Shocker.
I don't that seems
Nut
just like a
jobs.
weird toxic situation, but whatever, man.
Hopefully Bill has some healthy relationships in his life.
Bill, blink twice if you need help.
Yes.
If she's like hitting you at home.
Yeah, exactly.
How horrible.
Or if she like drugs him
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah. She'd be like, get ready, I'm coming for you, but drink your nighttime tea. And
Yeah.
then he's passed out for 3 days. She's like, oh, I was all geared up to go.
And you passed out.
Mr. Sleepy.
Okay, and then Kylie and Timothée, they word on the street is that he snubbed her. I hate that. It's so stupid. He kissed her one time, then he went to collect his gall darn award, and she was going in for a double peck. Like, who gives a rip?
Wires get crossed. Sometimes people think a peck side. It's not happening. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
You know what I think it was? And I'm just jumping back into my map thinking about the video. Like he came in and gave her like a really sweet kick. Yeah. It's very attentive. And then I think he leaned back to like give somebody a high five behind. And she probably just thought he was coming back in.
This kind of thing happens all the time.
All the time. Like that is
life.
Totally. That is not a snub.
Save the thrill when okay, have you watched the clip of them, the video of them coming out together and then them posing for the first moment?
Yeah.
I was just like giddy with that because they look, everyone's always like, oh, he's so small, da da da. And I think people think that Kylie's taller than she is. She's only 5'6".
Okay.
And he's 5'10". So, I mean, she was in heels and he was still taller than her. Their proportions together looked way better than I was like anticipating on the carpet because he is I don't want to say frail. He's a dainty. I can't think of a
slender.
He's a slim man. Like
Slim Jim.
Yeah, he's a Slim Jim, and she's very voluptuous. But I have to say, seeing it in practice, it worked for me, and I loved their little you could tell that they did the pose before,
right? You could tell that they were also like a little bit nervous, like, okay, showtime. Like you could tell their humanness, which I absolutely love.
When was the last time either one did a carpet with somebody?
I don't know.
I can't even think of that.
I have no idea.
This is a big step.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
And I loved it.
Yeah. Her dress, those boobs just hanging out.
Oh my gosh, she looks so good.
Yeah. She's beautiful. I like her.
And I think he's cute too.
I don't like the stash.
No, the mustache is
whatever. It is what it is.
It's a thing right now.
Yeah.
I wish they would just let that go.
I want to ask him and any other man that has like a mini mustache, not like a Hitler mustache, but like a real thin mustache. Like what are you going for?
Right.
Is it like humorous? If it's humorous, like game on, let's be funny all day long. But if it's like something that is it something that you really think is attractive? Then maybe we need to have
Brandon. He rocks one periodically.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
He seems like a funny guy.
I think he does it because he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But then he always gets rid of it. But then it will come back and, you know,
Steve had a mustache for a little bit.
what? What?
When we were in Costa Rica, he would play around with his appearance.
I love that. And I want to see him with a mustache,
Yeah,
please.
I'll show a picture. It's so funny.
Oh my God. I cannot
He looks
imagine
good.
Steve with facial hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks cute.
It's like I can't imagine Adam without facial hair.
Oh yeah. You know,
Yeah.
beards, like you don't even realize that they have beards because they're just
It's just beard.
all the time.
Sometimes it occurs, I forget about it most of the time. And then sometimes it occurs to me and I say things to him like, isn't that like uncomfortable having like all of this fur on your face?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't it bug you?
Uh-huh.
You know, like it pokes and
Does he
itches
ever
and
shave it?
no,
No.
no.
Interesting.
Do I still have soot on my
No, you don't. I had an itch.
I got a little close to a candle earlier and I hit my nose on the wick and it left
It wasn't lit.
a smudge. Oh no, God, that's a really good thing to say.
Right.
Because yeah, I didn't just set my face on fire. Anyways,
Okay, so there's that.
Yep.
Let's talk about I'm doing this coaching and it's fantastic. And they're talking about like duality in life. And I find it so fascinating that, and it's so true. Like they say, if you're one thing, then you're like like the society or whoever says, then you must hate the other thing. Like, let's just use politics, even though I don't like it. Like if I am a fill in the blank, then I must hate the other fill in the blank.
mm-hmm.
And if we're getting the point, right?
Yes.
But it's so mind-blowing to me, like why it has to be that way, and why can't you just have balance or not worry about the other side of the coin?
Right.
Like, people are so goofy, and then they just like judge and put you in a like pigeonhole you, and it's like it gets to be a double whammy. It doesn't have to be secular.
I agree with one exception.
Okay.
Drake and Kendrick.
Oh yeah, you kind of have to pick sides.
I'm not gonna hold space for both truths. I'm on Kendrick's side 100%.
Same, but I'm not gonna do anything to Drake or act like I'm gonna like murder him or
No.
something.
Oh,
Like he
no.
just becomes a non-option to me,
No, he just goes away.
a non-mother effing
It's not
factor.
true. What did you post that video?
Oh, it's so funny.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's not
They're
true.
lying to you.
Michael Jackson. It's not true. They made it up.
Oh, that was Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't
Yeah,
even know.
when he sat him down and asked him about the child molestation.
God, I had no idea that's what that clip was from.
Nice.
I was just talking about beliefs and boundaries, old narrative.
Oh, it's fine. Anytime you can work Michael in, you
Yeah.
know. I agree. I think that that's something that everybody should probably consider. I don't care
Yeah.
about what a, I'm
Mhm.
not gonna hate somebody just because they think or believe something different than me.
Mhm.
I will hate you if you're an asshole
Right.
to me
Mhm.
or something.
And you know what this coaching is teaching us? It's
What?
like see somebody that you dislike or you don't admire, and like what are the traits that they possess, and they're actually saying some of those traits are traits that you need
You
to
see in
adopt,
yourself. Oh,
that you need to adopt.
oh,
But there's that same mindset. So like
interesting. Adopt.
it's crazy, and it's so
I want an
some
example.
I wish I just had this pulled up so I don't have to think off the cuff, because I don't come up with good things right off the cuff. Okay, so what do I hate about, or what do I dislike about this person?
Like if somebody was like really obnoxious.
So it would be like they're arrogant, they're egoic, they've closed mind, their way or the highway.
Yeah.
They're not open to like seeing multiple perspectives.
Yeah.
So when trying to figure out like what part of that I want more of, like it's decisiveness,
Mm,
and it's like passionate about letting myself be passionate about things that I'm passionate about.
I see.
But I'm such an empath human. I can see both sides of every mother freaking coin.
Yeah.
which is a superpower too. But sometimes like I don't need to see both sides of the coin. Like I get to just have one side of my coin.
Yeah.
And I think another part was I don't ever want to be boastful. Like I don't ever want to be like tooting my horn and walking around like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
But
Toot.
I think that you can be really, really proud of yourself and put it out there so other people can see that it's possible. Like you're
Yeah.
doing it with the right intention. So I think there's a little bit of something that I can pick up from it. But
It's interesting that they're going into these kinds of things
mhm,
for your coaching.
because those are the things that hold me back. The things that are holding me back right now is I'm like really not organized. I have no structure. Like I come here, I sit and I'm like, what do I need to do? Sometimes I do a to-do list, but like there's a lot of stuff that if I just added like timed out structure,
Mhm.
that I could do so much more. Even in
Yeah.
the last 2 days, I've cut my scroll time down and I like walk away from the day like, holy shit, like I've been able to do a
Yeah.
whole heap. But
Yeah.
it's in my head, I'm like, well, anything that I lack, Missy will just do for me.
What I say to you earlier, I was like, well, don't get too good at this stuff because you're gonna render me useless. Not
Never,
codependent.
never, ever. Not even if there's a fire.
Maybe if there's a fire.
I'm so happy that came so naturally today.
You worked it in nicely.
Oh my God. I was talking with Kelly, my sister, on the way to into work, and she said that quote, and I was dying from Step Brothers.
I love that movie.
Not even if there's a fire.
It's the fun me and Adam always do, where he's like, well, he's a trophy fish, so yeah, they're big.
Yeah.
Oh, we have visitors. Hi.
Hello. Come in.
Yeah, but come in. We could pause. Yeah. Hey, at least we're used to it now. Yeah. I think at first we were like, oh my God, people are gonna be here.
All right, we back. We back. I hear the buzz. Do you hear the buzz?
Yes.
Breaker, breaker one night.
Candy cane.
Every time we need to do that. That's our
Watch that movie.
that's our
Again.
sound check. That's our sound check.
I gotta watch it. It's a good one.
Okay, back on track. Duality, I think we've already moved through that one.
Mhm.
For the sake of time,
Yeah.
would you like to talk about kids and sleepovers or what makes I like kids and sleepovers. We'll talk
Okay.
about what makes marriages work later. I feel like, oh, here's another good one. Okay.
What?
Or this is a very Gretchen question.
What?
Why do professional athletes argue with the referees?
Because they have huge egos.
It drives me crazy. I want all of their coaches to tell them, like, you are not allowed to interact with the referee. Well, the ref did this and the ref did that, and it's the ref's fault. And well, beat them all. Suck it up, grow some cojones, take responsibility for your life,
Yeah.
and stop. But it must be effective, like the people that Chris
Like the
Paul would always
flopping?
do that. Like Booker really does that a lot. Steph Curry, like all of them do it.
I
And
think they think it makes them look macho.
they look like little bitches.
Yeah, but guys are dumb. And they think things look cool that are not cool.
Like you're a professional athlete that have been doing this for years upon years upon years upon years. Do you think that in your brain that you don't need to beat the refs as well?
No, they've just been surrounded by yes men that tell them how wonderful they are from the time that they can, you know,
And they
shoot a hoop and then they could get on the thing and then they become kind of famous and then they like want to flex and do the things.
it drives me crazy.
This is why I don't watch sports. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I feel like that should be a league wide, not only in the NBA, but every other league that you can't talk to the ref.
Okay, but you're telling me there wasn't a time in your career when you were, as you say, like really heated in the moment
Okay.
where you didn't yell at a ref?
I don't think so.
Really?
They yelled at me. But
I could see you being like, what are you looking at, ref?
no, I wouldn't do that because you're poking the wrong bear.
Oh,
But there would be times, and granted, I grew up in a really small town, but like there would be times my sweet Bev, I would like say a major F-bomb or I would do something not kind and she'd be like, Gretchen.
Was Bev a coach?
She was a ref.
She was a ref.
Yeah. And her husband actually was my soccer coach for a little bit of time too.
They just, I don't know what else to say.
And
They're
then
just crazy. Like,
I'm
don't even get me started on the roids.
oh
You know,
why
roided up monsters out there.
they think that they're gonna get away with that too?
They think they're beyond reproach.
They're knuckleheads.
Yeah.
My mom, this is such a good quote. We were talking about Barry Bonds and back in the day when he was breaking all these records, and then he was like, and it was
Juicing big time.
pre-juice bust, and she would say she said to me one time, I just love that Bobby Bonds. And Bobby is his dad, so it was kind of close, but it was not the right. That was not the right name. It was so sweet.
Love that Bobby Bonds.
I love that Bobby Bonds.
Yeah, it's
But then there's all these other like the media people that talk about what you have to like pay your dues to get the calls. Like just make calls that are fair. Like don't give big name stars different treatment than anybody else. What are you thinking?
100%.
These are the things that keep me up at night.
I know. Things aren't fair.
And if I was playing, like I would be way more tough than them.
Okay, but what if somebody did a really big bullshit call that was not fair? You would say something.
I would work 10 times harder to not let them have that power over me.
Oh, I'd be like, I quit. It's rigged. I quit.
Duality. Back to duality.
That's why you were an exemplary athlete, and I was not.
Oh,
I was a
okay.
creative.
I love that.
I like to dance.
Dancers are really good athletes.
Dance and cheer.
I don't have that gene.
Duality.
My coaching says that I should overcome that.
Like in what way?
Like the coaching says to you, anytime you say, I can't do that, that's not me, that's not part of my personality, that you're basically feeding the wrong wolf because everybody can change and everybody can evolve. And I do believe that. And you know, if I really like close my eyes and really let myself cut loose, like I can be a good dancer.
Get in the zone.
Back in the day when we had those DG parties, remember how you had to like go for philanthropies, you had to dance?
Yeah.
This is a whole other topic that we could really dive into because
sororities?
It's really fucked up. These sororities would have to go to the fraternities and do little dances.
It's beyond humiliating and disgusting.
Beyond. So I was like this sporto coming in trying to dance, and all my sorority sisters were dancers.
To twerk it and shake the little hips.
Yeah. No boobs, no curves quite yet. Freshman 15 hadn't kicked in. But I brought one of my friends aside and I'm like, I don't know how to dance. I need you to work with me. And so we worked on it.
What when you went to high school dances? You didn't like freak dance out there on the floor?
No.
What did you do?
I would slow dance or I would do YMCA or Macarena. Those are the only fast dances that I would do.
I'm telling you, back when I was in high school, out there on that dance floor, it was like a hotbed of hormones and everyone was just grinding. And that too is really disturbing to me that occurred.
I was so uncomfortable in my own skin in regard to that. So I would just do the ones that had
your
this.
boyfriend like wanted to dance.
Oh, my boyfriends never wanted to dance.
Really?
They didn't want to go to the dance. I only had one in high school, I feel like.
Oh.
Yeah, I only had one boyfriend in high school and he wasn't into it.
He wasn't feeling it.
And he was a little older.
When I cut her, oh, of course.
He was a little older.
Of course, the old cool guy. She was the one with Mystique. I'm telling you.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But in the sorority thing, I had Tiffany. I'm like, different Tiffany, not sister Tiffany, friend Tiffany. And I was like, I really need you to work with me a little bit more. So our time of choreography with the whole sorority, there was that and everybody picked up on it and they went on their merry way. And then I worked for like 4 more hours and
That's so precious.
I still know the dance or at least one move.
Do it.
I gotta extend my arms.
Okay.
I'll show it to you later. I'll
Maybe
do it
later.
Yes.
Okay.
It was boom, 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 cross up down your chest.
What song were you dancing to?
Oh, I'll have to ask I bet Tiffany would know. Maybe a Backstreet. I'm not sure. I'll text her and see if she can remember. I can't remember.
You should do it
But
for old time's sake.
I was stoked when I got it down.
Yeah.
And then the whole time we're like dancing in these weird, like slutty outfits. I'm like, what are we really doing right now? This is not a good look.
It's deplorable.
But I'm like, hey, you guys have booze? I'm down. Let's party.
If we didn't know any different.
Yeah.
It was a different world.
There's alumni that watch over these DG
Yeah,
programs.
like the most disgusting things would occur, and they'd be like, "Oh, God love them." Like, no, this is weird and wrong, and borderline illegal, and often.
I wonder if they
blatantly
still
illegal.
do that. I wonder if they still do
I
that.
don't know. Remember they shut down Frat Row.
Yeah.
They bulldozed all those dens of a fucking disgrace.
Well, and they at ASU, right when I first came in, that was the Brian Buck era. Did you ever remember Brian Buck and all the porn that was on ASU's website or not website?
No. Like,
ASU's
oh shit.
website.
Damn.
No, so like these two porn girls came through I think it was Sigma Chi and Sigma Nu. I know Sigma
Sorry,
Nu.
Sigma Chi.
But all of them had their little tentacles in it. And so there was like this big scandal and all of like a bunch of them got kicked off. I think when we were going to school, there was only Phi Psi and maybe Sigma Chi.
I went to a bunch of Sigma Chi stuff.
Yeah. So it was Sigma Nu that got shut
I feel
down.
like Sigma Chi was our brother frat.
I think ours was Phi Psi. All the DGs dated the Phi Psis. And I
remember I was in my sorority when I started dating Adam. He played along for a little bit and he was finally like, yeah, it's enough. You know, he's like, it's like, I think that you're probably good on that. It's really fucking weird and unsafe. So do you think maybe you could drop? But I was like, sure.
I got roofied.
Oh God, you did?
Oh, totally. I remember just like peeling myself out like a zombie onto this like grassy area.
I wonder if we were ever at parties.
Probably.
Wow.
Did you see the girl with the cowboy hat and the shit kickers on? That was me.
I don't even remember what I did this day, so I don't remember that either.
I don't either. But yeah, I had to call. Somehow I like maintained coherency long enough to call one of my sorority sisters that I had just taught how to drive stick shift. And she came and picked me up and saved me.
Wow. So they like to single out. Did they get you away from the herd and that's how you ended up in that scenario?
This is the trippiest of it all. Like we're sitting taking a shot and I remember looking at my shot and like I got bumped into, but the shot didn't like slosh this way. It's dull, like it splashed, like somebody.
So you had one shot and got roofied?
Yeah. Like I think I had like two, like a cocktail and a beer. And then by then I was like, I had a high tolerance.
Yeah.
And then that thing happened. And I remember looking at it like, that was a weird splash. That went against physics.
Wow.
Like if I got bumped into it, would have sloshed this way, but it
went like straight up and down.
Yes. And so I was like, And then I started feeling really, really woozy. And that's what happened. But
at least you made it out of there.
I know. A lesser woman.
A lesser woman would have just.
But like, what a douchey thing
rest in peace
to do. Like, I would like to talk to somebody who like roofies chicks and thinks that it's a good idea.
They're the same people that line up to have sex with Bonnie Blue.
Yeah.
The deplorables.
Blech.
The miscreants.
This disgust.
The disgusting ones.
And so
It's a good time.
into last thing. My mom was really into it because my mom went to CU and she wanted me to be a DJ and she was a DJ and so I was legacy. And so I told her, Mom, I'm not going to anything. I don't enjoy it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. They just keep fining me. I had like $800 in fines. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. That's ridiculous. And
so
I'm like, I want to drop. And she was like not happy that I was going to drop, but I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I dropped I think I dropped my junior year or something. Like I couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
Not to mention it's like ridiculously expensive. Like your dues, your $1,400. I'm like, what the house payment?
Right.
I'm paying for this treatment and exposure to crime.
Right. To crime.
It is a casino.
It's crazy. And my mom didn't have like that kind of cash laying around.
Remember when the girls didn't get houses because of the law in Tempe
Yeah,
that
it's
you
still the
can't have
same.
more than, is it 6 women in a house, or
Mhm.
because it's considered a brothel?
Yeah,
Change that maybe. Let's start a movement.
no joke. That's very old. That's an old
That's
law
insane.
in
That's like that
California.
one law that was in effect well into the 2000s in what southern state, I forget, that banned interracial marriage
Oh,
in
jeez.
the 2000s.
It's wild.
What?
Do you know Wyoming was the first state to give women the right to vote?
Because Wyoming's badass.
This- We should change that. Like, if you lived in California or New York, you have that many roommates, and you're not
Correct.
banging
My
people
friend
left and
Casey
right.
went to San Diego State and she was in AKIO. And I remember always just being so jealous because they lived in a pargelicious mansion with a chef.
Totally.
And I'm like, and here we are in this shitty
Dorms.
dorm.
Yeah.
No, it is not the same.
CU's has those big, beautiful old mansions too, like Victorian
Yeah.
houses.
Hey, what's that show about rushing? Bama Rush. Did you watch Bama Rush?
Uh-uh.
About the sororities nowadays at
Oh,
Bama? Oh my God, it was so good. I loved it.
I'll have to look at it.
Because now you got the TikTok and all the things, and they're doing the dances, and
They
it's
are
like a
social
big
media is a
deal.
big part of it. I follow DG.
Back when we were, we only had our digital cameras,
How
our
about
flip phones.
the people that would come to the events, like the special events, and take pictures, and you couldn't wait to go see if you made any of the
Oh,
pictures that you
hell
could
yeah, you go
buy?
on the website.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called? Like something nights or some shit.
I have no idea.
Tempe nights or something.
Yeah, 944. You ever make it to the
Yes.
944?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I worked for them.
Oh, so I bet you made it. Were you a
Yeah,
poster girl?
I was a door girl for a couple clubs, you know.
Did you have to wear bikinis?
No.
Oh,
Could you imagine they would have looked at my little boobs at that time and been like,
I think it's so weird that I never knew you when you had little boobs.
"Oh yeah, they were cute. They were fantastic pre-kids. Like I wouldn't have gotten
And
a boob job if I didn't have kids.
then they turned into
They
something
they were
different.
exhausted. That's what they were. They had been rode hard and put away wet. They needed a they needed a facelift.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we want to do talk about kids and sleepovers, or should we call time of death?
What time is it?
3:50. We could do it.
Okay,
What's your
go.
take on kids and sleepovers?
Well, I don't know. I feel like mine's gonna be like really conservative and shocking.
Go ahead.
No,
Yeah. No sleepovers?
rare exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So much crazy shit went down at sleepovers when I was a kid.
Agreed.
I
Yeah.
don't trust other people. I
Mhm.
don't trust their kooky uncle or their weird dad who seemed nice, but then they can. I just think of all the stuff that goes on, not every night, but some nights
Mm-hmm.
with both my kids. Like there's shit going on. They're coming out. This is happening.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna like go to bed knowing my kid is
Mhm.
under someone else's care
Yeah.
and might not be able to reach me.
Mm-hmm.
No fucking way.
Yeah. It is
Not until
crazy.
they're old enough to be like know when it's an emergency, know when something weird is happening,
Right.
know when you need to raise your hand or when I need to call my mom, I need to
Mhm.
go home right now or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Eli's just getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Pay is way too young.
Mm-hmm.
She's way too young.
Yeah. It has to be with like a trusted like family members. Obviously, I would any of our family members, they can go
I
stay.
don't even let people babysit my kids that aren't in my family
Right. Yeah, I
because
get
I'm
it.
so psychotic.
It just takes, I was talking with Steve about this, like it just takes one time, one weirdo, one inappropriate this, one time, don't tell your mom this, da, 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 let's, or you want some candy, you want to play video, like it just,
Stuff they let them watch.
Right.
Like my story about when I was 9 at a sleepover and the mom put on Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is a hard R.
mm-hmm,
I saw things and
hard
learned
R,
about things I should not have for many years to come.
totally. And it was like an R back in the day.
It was like borderline NC-17.
Oh my God.
just casually on.
I
Here,
don't
right
know.
here I was in my Little Mermaid sleeping bag,
Mm-hmm.
watching these like vampire orgies.
My God, I still haven't seen it.
Bestiality? Sure. Yeah,
Oh,
it
so bad.
scarred me.
Right.
I can't risk it.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree. And totally. And how it was so maybe I just really lucked out with like the group of friends that I was with this
Mm-hmm.
like basketball team that I was on because we
Mm-hmm.
would and all of us were together. There was like 10 of us that would go everywhere. But
Yeah.
it's it doesn't make sense to me that we would let I don't I don't want to let my kids go to sleepovers either.
Mm-mm.
And they can still experience them in different ways. Like we've talked about us, our whole family coming over and doing a sleepover at your house, and I
Yeah.
can't wait for it. That would be
Yeah, that
so
would be
great.
fun.
But it's like the risk isn't worth the reward. The juice isn't worth the
And
squeeze.
plus, I know my kid's gonna sleep like shit.
Yeah.
My kid's gonna sleep like shit. If they sleep at all, they're gonna get delivered back home a
Mm-hmm.
nutcase, and
Mm-hmm.
then you got to deal with that all day for what?
Oh, totally. Stiller went to one birthday party
I remember he did
sleepover.
one, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like his first one, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like a big deal.
And they like stayed up till 2.
Mm-hmm.
I trusted the mom. I liked the mom, like all the things. Um, and there was like 12 kids. And I just looked at her like, are you a masochist?
What are you nuts?
Oh,
No,
I could not imagine having that many kids at my house like that.
no. But then there were other times that were sleepovers where like would have like my best friends, and I would stay like days at their house. But it was
Yeah.
different. I was like from middle school up until high school, and I like
Hmm.
had a car, and I could like leave if I wanted.
Right. Yeah.
It was just like a second home kind of situation. But
Yeah.
when you're like, my kids don't have phones or anything, so like,
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Hmm.
I'm just not ready.
Yeah. I agree. I'm with you on that. When Sawyer just went to the baseball game with another family, I gave him a phone
Hmm.
like that he could. And he's so funny. He had a normal working phone, but he would like call me on Messenger. I'm like, oh, buddy, you don't need, you can call normal. But I just want them to know that, like, even if it's a weird, like a weird vibe or a weird anything, then
Yeah.
they can call and they have an option. They don't just have to sit there quiet and
Mm-mm.
obeying because it's an adult.
Yeah, and they're just like laying there dying inside, wanting to leave, but then you don't, and then you have like the dynamics of like you don't want to offend the mom. What if the mom
Hmm.
hates me anymore, and then I'm not allowed to come over?
Right.
You have all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like just know
Yeah.
until you can trust that they know better.
You can stay late and then you come home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on
Yeah.
that. I think that's a big shift. If you were to ask people in a previous generation their take on that, I think it would be much different than
Because a
ours.
lot of the parents were just like glad to have a break,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, the kids are sleeping over tonight. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just so jaded
Mm-hmm.
that I
And there
can't
were
undo that.
definitely people that I don't think my mom would have let me stay at their houses. Like they were like just passing friends. And then
Oh,
there was a
totally.
select that my mom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they my parents had to know the parents
Mm-hmm.
well. Like
Mm-hmm.
they had to have spoken several times, have the phone numbers, been to the
Mm-hmm.
house before. Like
Yeah.
they wouldn't just let me stay with whoever.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, people that you think are, you know,
Yeah.
are not always
A neighbor comes over.
don't share the same kind of judgment, or an older sibling
Mm-hmm.
has friends over.
Yep.
That's when shit gets
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
So it's a no from me, dog.
It's a no for me as well.
And I'm sorry.
I'm
My
gonna
kid's like,
pass.
I'm like, nope, nope.
We'll make it happen as a
But
joint
if you
effort.
want to bring Sawyer and Willa over and
Hmm.
stay at my house, let's do that.
Yeah.
Game on.
We can still give them an experience
And we
without the
can trips
risk.
together and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think kids need to sleep.
Yeah, they do. Yes. Mine have been a nightmare this whole week because
I am so sorry.
so I went to that baseball game, got home late.
Hmm.
And then the other night, Sawyer had a baseball game. Oh, yesterday. And didn't go to bed till like 10. So we'll see how he handles the next couple days.
Yeah, maybe he'll sleep in tomorrow. Does he sleep in ever?
We have another baseball game. So he has to go. Um, so we'll save. I've had on our show sheet, I've had psych ward. I don't think I've told my psych ward story, have I?
No.
That's we'll do that. We'll do the psych ward story.
Psych ward, does it count as a vacation? Yes or no?
Psych ward, is it alcoholism or just mental health?
Psych ward, is it worth faking the symptoms just to get a break?
Psych ward, are you really in prison? Oh, the psych ward. All
Can't
right.
wait to hear about that one. But we have to go. We have a lot to do tonight. We have a big event.
We do. Mother's Day event.
Mother's Day event, a whole bunch of new merch
Mm-hmm.
that we got to tag and get ready for the girls.
Girls are coming.
Girls are coming.
All right.
All right.
Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers.
Happy Mother's Day to all those who observe. Okay, peace out.